Dear Sparks, dear friends, in this short message, I'd like to invite you to do a little exercise with me. It's about today. It's here, at least here in Belgium. The rules about the corona crisis are changing. After 2 months of lockdown, we can have again some restricted contacts and visits with family. And for many people, it's like the end of an era and the end of a special, strange period and the beginning of a new. It's a shift point. And for many people, or worldwide, this is a crisis. Definition of crisis is normally not so positive. So there is something in us who see this period of evolution as something negative. And of course sometimes it's normal when we get ill, when we lose people that we love, when we lose our job. It's a very normal reflex. So this is not about ignoring reality and ignoring problems. It's about the identification with it. So it can prison us in a negative spiral as we see the things and we define it as a crisis. This is an example of thinking in duality. Most all of time we are busy with classifying things. Good, bad. We see something, good, bad. And again, also this is not bad. Otherwise we're doing just the same judgment. It is just observation, trying to learn about it. But this dual thinking and judgment, it creates a very big distance between ourselves and our surrounding. So this exercise is trying to shift our perspective from the personality that perceives this as a bad crisis to the level of the soul. Because on this level, you and I, we put this crisis, these experiences on the agenda of our soul. Yes, we created it. And we can experience this on the same time, in this reality. So there's a reason why it is on our way. And it is very personal, because nobody experiences this crisis on the same way. Even we feel panic or fear or whatever, nobody will feel the same fear or the same panic. Everybody has his own triggers, his own challenges. So this experience, the experience of this period, this crisis, is very personal, and it is in ourselves. So I cannot answer this question, of course, for you, but why would you have put this crisis on the agenda of your incarnation here? And one step further in this exercise is to connect yourself with the things maybe you are grateful for during this crisis. So it's not because of this crisis I lost my job, no. Thanks to this crisis, and so on. It's normal when there is a little bit of resistance when we hear this contradiction. Thanks to a crisis. That's normal. That's the dual thinking who makes a little bit a shortcut, who had some problems with it. But I invite you to pause this point of resistance, just to go a little bit further, just as an exercise. It's not good, it's not bad. Just to see what it makes happening inside yourself. To open yourself for this other vision, other perception of reality. Thanks to this crisis. I did this exercise with some people during the last months, and every time there are very surprising answers were popping up. Thanks to this crisis, I realized the value of a hug, for example. When I left people or I said goodbye to people, okay, how I give attention to it. Maybe there's another lockdown next week, so I give a hug, a conscient hug, for example. Thanks to this hug, to this hug, to this crisis, I won as 5 years for my relationship. Because we lived so close together, our relationship became much more intense. So it's the same equivalent as 5 years living together. So we won. Or the other side, same. Thanks to this crisis, I realize there is no life anymore in this relationship. So it makes no sense to go on with it. It's not good, it's not bad. It's just observing what's the case for you. Thanks to this crisis, I realized that this job is nothing for me anymore. I don't want the pressure of an own business. The other side, thanks to this crisis, I realized that I can change my business a little bit in this direction and it can flourish again. For example, many examples. It's not about the content. It's just about the exercise that you allow yourself to go beyond this barrier of good and bad, who makes a distance between you and life. It is what's going on right now in this world. It is. And we perceive this on our very personal way. So it's all about us. Yes, this crisis is designed around you. So what are we going to do with it? That's the point. Again, without judgment. Just to observe what's my reflex. How can I learn about myself during these periods? But it's about us. We don't have to wait to others to make decisions for our life or whatever. It's about us to create this new consciousness. We are not waiting for our children. It's now. This reality is, and what are we going to do with it? That's up to me, up to you. And I hope this little exercise can give you another perspective on what to do. Victim or creator. Always these two options. I wish you a lot of courage, a lot of light to go on this marvelous way. Because we are together. Let's connect together. And together we create. this new consciousness on earth every day. May the sparks be with you.